What's up, Warrior Nation? This is the last installment of Travels with Trey around the Weber tennis courts. I'm sitting on court 6, and I mean, look at that view. It's crazy. And the funny thing is this this is the last tennis thing that was built. We have lights on courts 1 and 2, but when I was at Weber originally, there was only 4 courts, and we got 2 more built, and it was awesome because all of a sudden now we could play a full match at one time, and we could be a real college team. And there was a lot of intense battles that happened on courts 5 and 6. I mean, 5 and 6 are your grunt guys, man. 1 and 2 are your glory guys. They are the machines. They are, man, they're world class. And at Weber, the number ones have always been world class tennis players. I think about all the number 1 players, the number 2 players, and the national rankings and the recognition and their work ethic. And then you had your 3 and 4s who, your 3 and 4 players were just grinders, man. They just they just punished guys, and especially on courts 3 and 4 at Weber, where you were battling wind. And once you learn that wind, and I'll never forget Dad saying, the Weber wind is your friend, man. You can't ever complain about the wind at Weber. And then courts 5 and 6, when they got built, they're out here. They're way out here. We're almost in the woods. Like if I pan around, you can see the woods back here, and then the lake, and you're out here in nature by yourself. You're far away from everything. And these were the guys that many times shaped matches. And maybe I'm a little biased because I was a 5 and 6 player, and I loved this home, man. We'd have people up on the fences cheering us on, and Dad would come out and sit on the bench or walk by, and if I pan around the other way, you can see the pine trees behind and the oak trees behind the courts, and we'd get the wind blowing and leaves blowing on the court. And I'm out here today because I'm finishing up the Travel with Trey series, but I'm also getting ready to do the end of the year court maintenance. I got basically all the windscreens, I got to roll them up so that they don't blow around all summer, and the courts look nice for graduation, because that's a huge thing too. We're getting ready to graduate. But as I sit on court 6, I wonder, and this is the hard part, I wonder if this is the end of this Weber tennis journey. For those that don't know, Weber tennis has gone through a little bit of a downturn, and I'm not talking about just on the court. I'm talking about amount of players. This season never happened. When I took over the job in November, I had 2 women on the roster and 5 men on the roster. And you only need 4 to actually play. You need 6 for a full team. So the women had no season. The men had a chance of a season, but due to some eligibility stuff, we never had enough guys that could play. So we ended up having to cancel both the men's and women's season. And just as a sign of economics, there is a good chance that Weber tennis is done. I am working my butt off to recruit players in. Economics is economics, guys. Weber is not an inexpensive place to attend anymore. And as business people, we all got degrees from here. We're in the business world. We understand that economics makes the world turn. As one of my friends coined, money makes the monkey dance. And at this point, it's a tough model to get tennis players to come to Weber, not because of anything else, but it's expensive. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if we don't fill the team for next year, men and women, this may be the last time that these courts are used for tennis. The school is growing. The school is recovering. The growth of this campus is absolutely spectacular. And tennis right now is not fitting in that model, not because they don't want tennis, but because it's not bringing in the students necessary to make tennis viable. If we're real, tennis is not a moneymaker for a school. Tennis is historically known. If you look at colleges around the country, tennis is an academic wonder wheel for a school. Most tennis players are good academically. Most tennis players come in, they do their job, they're good citizens on campus, they're involved. I mean, I can tell you right now that 90% of the people on the team right now, men and women, they're involved in PBL. I've had RAs. These kids, they do stuff on campus. Right now the team is completely international, not one American on the team. I will tell you that economically, it is a much better economic model for me to get American tennis players. Any of my teaching pro buddies, if you got players up in the Northeast, man, look at the sky. Look at the sky. It is 81 degrees currently. I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. The lake is not glass, but is pretty darn calm. We have a nice breeze out of the east. I mean, it doesn't get better. So if I have any tennis pro buddies in the Northeast who have kids that were thinking about going to D3, man, I'd love to have them at Weber. I think the experience you get, the closeness you have with professors, it's almost like being on courts 5 and 6 and knowing that you got support. This place has been my home off and on since 1983. Close to my heart. This was my dad's home for 35 years, and I just hate to see it go away. Maybe the teams aren't as good as those glory years, because good God, those teams were good. But at least we could have a team and show what Weber tennis is about. The fun, you know, the dinners, the training. I mean, I've always said that tennis players are some of the most fit athletes. Yeah, Joe, I know we ran to the stop sign and all that good stuff, and you had Dairy Queen once a week, but I think we're some of the most fit, we're some of the most disciplined, and I just hate to see it go away. So as I finish up Trey's travels, I got to get on these fences and get that fixed up for the windscreens for the summer. And if you know anybody that is looking for college tennis, man, level at this point, you know what? If they have had some tournament experience and they have a good budget and they have a good open mind, I mean, I will tell you right now, our strength conditioning program at Weber, I would put up against any school in the country. And I don't mean that as a joke. I mean that seriously. Our strength conditioning program, our weight room is awesome. But courts 5 and 6 were the last thing for tennis built on this campus. And honestly, I'd hate to see it be the first thing replaced with a different building. So, man, I love Weber tennis. I love being a part of the Weber family. Today, I'm out here. It's Tuesday morning. I'm listening to Coach G mow the softball field. I'm getting the fresh smell of the grass that he's mowing. It smells wonderful. Slight breeze. I see students walking back and forth to class. It's a gorgeous place, man. It's a gorgeous place to come play some tennis, get an education, get a wonderful business degree, have a great relationship with professors, and man, make a difference. And kind of be a hero. Save a program that's been around for a long, long time. All right, guys, that's Trey's Travels, courts 5 and 6, the history of the program, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.